Thanks, Matt. Good evening. Welcome to the Cortez City Council regular meeting. Today is Tuesday, December 14th, 2021 at 7:30 p.m. I call this meeting to order. Would you please stand and recite the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The first item is the consent agenda. Consent agenda is a listing under a group of items to be acted on with a single motion and vote. This agenda is designed to expedite the handling of limited routine matters by City Council. Either the public or a council member may request that an item be removed from the consent agenda prior to the council's vote. The mayor will ask if a citizen or council member wishes to have any specific item removed from the consent agenda for discussion. The items are approval of the special workshop and regular meeting minutes of November 23rd, 2021, approval of the renewal tavern liquor license for Cortez Veterans Incorporated, DBA Cortez Veterans Incorporated, located at 320 North Harrison Street, Cortez. C, approval of a special event permit for the Cortez Area Chamber of Commerce to host business after hours on Thursday, December 16th, 2021, from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Dolores State Bank Cortez branch, located at 744 East Main Street, Cortez. D, approval of the final FFA entitlement fund transfer, Part 2, from the Cortez Airport to Archuleta County, authorize the mayor as airport sponsor certifying official and the city attorney to sign the agreement as required by the FFA and cited regulations.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Okay.
Second.
Kiefhofer.
Aye.
Medina.
Aye.
Lucero.
Aye.
Rainey.
Aye.
Yazzie.
Aye.
Dobry.
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is citizen participation. 6 citizens will be allowed time to address council. No member of the public may comment more than once at any meeting, nor shall any member be seated at the time of another commenter. Are there any citizen participants tonight? Yes, would you please go up to the podium and speak, please? State your name and address.
Hi, I'm Sarah Kuhn, Sligo Street, Cortez, Colorado. I just wanted to come and introduce myself to the council. I hadn't had a chance to come in. I work with Montezuma County Veteran Services. Rick retired and I am the new county VSO. So I wanted to put a face to the name and just come say hi, let you guys know that we are open and operational, and look forward to working with you guys as well as the county. So,
Well, thank you very much, Sarah. We appreciate all you're doing, and thank you. Keep up the good work. Okay. Any other citizen comments? Okay. We're going to do some presentations tonight for anniversary awards for city employees. See, Matt, our HR person, will call off the names, and the city council will go to the floor and will hand the card and the award to the participants. So the council will adjourn to the floor now, and Matt will call off the names.
Sure, right a minute. I'd just like to say thank you to all the employees that showed up tonight. It's important to be recognized for your years of service. So we're going to start off with the 5-year awards. Not present tonight is Curtis Baumgartner, Scott Goodall, Tracy Mueller, John Brooks, and Ivan Silas. Bill Kuhn is in the house. Come on up, Bill. Go by there and then stop by here to get a pen on your way. Bill. 10 years, Bob Sessler. Thanks, sir. 15 years is Susie Kimball, Dana Wyand, and Randy Hunt. None of those folks are here tonight. 20 years, we've got Marvin Kramer and Colby Early. Tom Quinnett. Tom. Jennifer Kraus. Thanks for coming. Vicki Haddix. She's responsible for a lot of calories over the years. She's a baker. Angela Young. All right. We'll fix it. 25 years, we have Lori Johnson and Steve Perriman. Neither one of those guys could make it tonight. At 30 years is Mike Monarco, and he had a prior engagement. And 40 years, he started when he was like 15, I guess, Mark Boblet. Thank you. That's it. Thank you, everybody.
Okay. Next item of the agenda is public hearings. First item is a quasi-judicial item. A new hotel and liquor license for New Hong Kong Incorporated, Cortez Incorporated, DBA Hong Kong Chinese Restaurant, located at 332 West Main Street, Cortez. City Attorney Mike Green, Linda Smith.
Good evening. The Chief of Police is here to give the report. If we could swear him in and have him give his report. And remember, folks, this is a quasi-judicial matter.
Thank you, Fern. Do you solemnly swear or affirm under penalty of law that the testimony that you will give before this council shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. Good evening, Mayor, Council. I'm here to report on the investigation for the issuance of a hotel restaurant liquor license to Hong Kong, the new Hong Kong of Cortez Incorporated, doing business as the Hong Kong Chinese Restaurant, located at 332 West Main, Cortez, Colorado. In the investigation, I contacted Planning and Zoning, Neva Conley. Neva indicated zoning regulations do allow beer and wine liquor license as a permitted use according to the scheduled land use code section 3.05 subsection A. Public notice was given by posting the proper sign on October 29th on the property described above. Attached is a photo of that sign. Required notice was also published in the Journal on November 10th, 2021. And let me back up. The proper sign was posted October 29th, 2021. There is a business in that location with the same type of liquor license. A poll of the surrounding neighborhoods and businesses within the neighborhood was conducted, asking for their opinion on the issuance of the license. The question, do you have an opinion on this liquor license being granted, was asked. The following results of the poll were 51 were in favor, 2 were against, and 7 had no opinion. The location complies with Colorado Liquor Code rules and regulations. The location does not create any known public safety issues or endanger public health. A copy of the report was delivered to the applicant on November 2nd, 2021. And that is it. Do you have any questions?
Chief, do you have any petitions that the department collected?
I do. I have the petitions in favor of and against with me.
And council, we'd ask that those be considered by you in the consideration of this license, and that the originals be given to the city clerk, Linda Smith.
Any questions from the council?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, council.
Thank you, Chief. Appreciate that. Do I have a motion on this?
Excuse me.
Oh,
There's,
we'll open this up for public comment.
there's one other thing before the public comment, sir, if I could. The applicant could not be here this evening, and what she has submitted is the original, I'm going to murder this name, Quing Kui. She's circulated a petition. She received 15 signatures. We'd ask that this also be submitted to the clerk and considered by you folks. These were people in favor of her getting the liquor license.
Thank you, Mr. Green. Are there any comments from the public? Can I have a motion on this item, please? We close this for public comment.
Pardon?
This
Okay.
is closed for public comment now. Okay, can you have a motion on this item?
Okay. I'd like to make a motion that after considering the reasonable requirements of the neighborhood, the desires of the adult inhabitants, the necessity of any restrictions on the license, the good character of the applicants, and the compliance with all the provisions of the Colorado Revised Statutes 44-3-301, that council approve a new hotel and restaurant liquor license for New Hong Kong of Cortez Incorporated, doing business as Hong Kong Chinese Restaurant Liquor License, located at 332 West Main Street, Cortez.
Second.
Medina,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Kiefhoffer,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Next item on our agenda is resolution number 36, series 2021, city planner Tracy Hughes. Good evening, Tracy.
Good evening, council and mayor. So this is an application for a conditional use permit to expand an existing health clinic facility at 691 East Empire Street in the residential multifamily zone. This is for Axis Health, and they are expanding the existing building to the west, and the expansion will be 6,927 square feet. A medical clinic is a conditional use permit in the R2 zoning district. The proposal meets area standards for setbacks, height, lot coverage. And I believe that's all the area standards that are relevant. So the existing uses, the expansion of this existing use is not anticipated to cause any impacts to the neighborhood, and staff feels that the request meets the conditions of approval for a conditional use permit. They are proposing additional landscaping. The applicant is required to have 62 total parking spaces, and they're providing 100, so there's more than is necessary. And in addition, the total site will be 55% landscaped, and this will exceed the 10% requirement. There were no notable agency comments. All of these will be handled at building permit. And the application does fulfill some comprehensive plan policies, including promoting infill and expansion of medical facilities in Cortez. And for these reasons, staff recommends approval with the conditions written in the staff report.
Thank you, Tracy. Any questions or comments from the council?
I just have a really quick question, Tracy. So that's R2, that district right there? It's not mixed at all? I'm just thinking about Osprey being down the street and then the church behind it, et cetera. It's just R2, that's it?
Yeah, and the properties immediately surrounding, and maybe one or two to the east and west. The further east you go, you get into the open zone, and then Osprey is actually in the Montezuma County Public Facilities Planned Unit Development Zone. So that's a development agreement that's written specifically for those parcels, for the specific uses allowed there. So that is, again, public facilities is kind of the key word there, but there are some economic development allowances in that agreement for types of uses that could occur there. So yeah, it is a little bit of a variety of things kind of going on right in that area. Mm-hmm.
Any other questions or comments? Could I have a motion on this item? We'll open this up for
We need to open the
public comment.
yes.
Okay. Are there anyone wish to speak on this item? Seeing none? Okay. Now can we have a motion on this item?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make the motion to approve resolution number 36, series 2021, approving a conditional use permit to expand an existing health clinic facility located at 691 East Empire Street in the residential multifamily district as submitted by Billy Harrison, agent for applicant and property owner of Southwest Colorado Mental Health Center, Inc., DBA Axis Health Systems, with the conditions that were stated.
Second.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Kiefhoffer,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Don't go away. Next item on the agenda is resolution number 37, series 2021, City Planner Tracy Hughes again.
Okay, so this is a repeat of everything I just said. This is the site plan application, so these are two different permits, technically have to be approved separately. The site plan application for health clinic expansion at 691 East Empire in the R2 zoning district. The expansion is for 6,927 square feet. It's, the application meets area standards for setbacks, height, and lot coverage. The applicant's required to provide 62 spaces, and they're providing 100. The site is 55% landscaped, and they're required to provide 10% landscaping. And I think that's everything that's relevant again on this application. And staff recommends approval with the conditions as listed in the staff report.
Thank you, Tracy.
Did you say they're gonna do more landscaping?
So they're required to have 10% of the site and area be landscaped, and they've stated that they're landscaping total 55% in their narrative.
Like it's already at that, they're not gonna add stuff?
I think they're adding landscaping,
Okay,
yeah, but there's already a fair amount there.
okay, great. Do we require trees per a certain, like, shade for parking?
So their land use code does not specify a number of plantings within the actual site. They have proposed some, I believe, and there is supposed to be 10% of the parking area landscape, but again, it's not very specific. So we don't actually require landscaping islands as in the land use code, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Since she went there, I just have a really quick question about enforcement. I know sometimes in the past, you know, these plans have come out and then the construction's done and there are plantings that kind of work out and then other plantings that don't. Is there any sort of enforcement after the fact?
Yeah, I mean, the land use code does require that, you know, the trees live, I think, for a year. So technically we can enforce it. So if someone goes by and notices half the plantings are dead, we can give them a courtesy notice saying they need to replace them within that maintenance period. Yep.
Any other questions or comments? This is a public hearing, so we'll open it up for public comments. Seeing none. Can I have a motion on this, or we close this now for public hearing? Can I have a motion on this item, please?
Mr. Mayor, I move the council approve resolution number 37, series 2021, approving a site plan review to expand an existing health clinic facility located at 691 East Empire Street in the residential multifamily district, as submitted by Billy Harris, agent for applicant and property owner, Southwest Colorado Mental Health Center, Inc., DBA Access Health System, with 4 conditions, which were mentioned.
Second.
Dobry,
Aye.
Kiefhoffer,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Thank you, Tracy. Next item under new business is resolution number 34, series 2021. Is Chris Cortez here?
Mayor, he is not, so I will take this one.
Okay.
So, Mayor and Council, what this is a request from the City's Historic Preservation Board to allow us to apply for a certified local government grant through the Colorado Historic Society in the amount of $17,478. No matching funds are required for this, and is to fund historic preservation activities in the city. And I think they have a couple of projects they want to use this for. We're just seeking council approval to do that, and then we will make the application.
Thank you, Drew. Are there any questions or comments from the council?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution number 34, series 2021, supporting a grant application to History Colorado for a historic property survey of 17 auto tourism properties on Main Street, South Broadway, to be approved.
Second.
Rainey.
Aye.
Lucero.
Aye.
Medina.
Aye.
Kiefhoffer.
Aye.
Yazzie.
Aye.
Dobry.
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Next item on our agenda is resolution number 30, series 2021, interim director of public works, Rich Landreth. Good evening, Rich.
That's better, right?
That's better.
Okay.
Thank you.
This first one is for refuse enterprise, and it is an increase in the rate of 5%. There are a couple of other fees that also went up, and that weren't in the 5%. So one of them is the dumpster lock fee, which went up from 45 to 65. And the dumpster cleanup fee, which went from 100 to 50. At this time, we would recommend you approve this resolution. Any questions?
I was going to ask you real quick, what was the percentage of, that's the increase for everything, correct? Or just
That's
those
an
two?
increase just in the rate of, for the containers.
Okay, thank you.
The two that I mentioned, those are just kind of bulk. We just changed them because of, well, for example, the cleanup rate, it was just way too low considering we have to do a lot of work. So that's more than 5%.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 30, series 2021, establishing refuse collection rates for City of Cortez to be effective January 1st, 2021.
Second.
2022. Sorry, I'm not ready yet.
Second.
Kiefhoffer.
Aye.
Rainey.
Aye.
Lucero.
Aye.
Yazzie.
Aye.
Dobry.
Aye.
Medina.
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Okay, Rich, resolution number WE 2021-1, series 2021, interim director of public works, Rich Landreth again. Good evening, Rich.
Good evening again. This one is for our water enterprise. This is also a 5% rate increase, pretty much across the board. And at this time, we would recommend you approve this fee increase. And I'd take any questions.
So, this year, before we had a wet summer, when we were talking about drought and restricting water usage, I guess I've been wanting data so we can look at this, if there's a way to structure the fees to kind of deter people from wasting, or using too much. But I feel like now we don't have time to even look at that data, because, I'm curious if there's if it'd be beneficial to have a tiered system, so instead of fining people for using too much water, just kind of have an incentive of to save money and save water, I'm gonna use less. But that way, how much does each house, the average household use, and where's that threshold where it's overuse? I don't know, is it too late to gather that data and talk about this then? Is that something we're gonna have to address next year, or?
Well, we had originally anticipated doing a rate study, which is exactly for that purpose. It got pushed off because we had a few other, as you know, we had the tank rehabilitation project cost us a lot of money. So we've pushed that off. And, you know, it's kind of been in the budget for a couple of years, and it's something that we need to do. And I can tell you that, you know, most of us support some sort of a tiered system. So I think it's important to do a rate study in order to kind of justify it.
Okay.
So hopefully we can get that done. Maybe we'll make a better effort to get that done this year for next year's rates.
Yeah, because I'd also like to include the public in
Absolutely.
you know,
Yeah.
their comments, and so, okay, thank you, Rich.
Any other questions or comments?
What is the rate now for single family? Do you remember?
The present rate
Yeah.
today, it is,
I didn't
hold
have
on.
I think it's 2525, isn't it?
Or 2405.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
It's going up to 2525.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Can I have a motion on this item?
Okay, I'd like to make a motion that council, acting as the governing body of the City of Cortez Water Enterprise, approve the Water Enterprise Resolution Number WE 2021-1, Series 2021, establishing the water rate charges and water development fees for the City of Cortez Water Enterprise to be effective January 1st, 2022.
Second.
Dobry,
Aye.
Kiefhoffer,
Aye.
Lucero,
Nay.
Rainey,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Thank you, Rich. Next item on our agenda is number CCN-2021-1, Series 2021. Director of General Services, Rick Smith. Good evening, Rick.
Thank you. Honorable Mayor and City Council, I'm here to present the Cortez Community Network fee schedule resolution. There are no there's no changes in the current rates from last year. However, there is a new fee for virtual local area network charges, VLANs we call them. This new fee is for a $35 monthly recurring cost per VLAN over 2 per customer premise equipment. I know that's a little confusing, but it's a way of segmenting out the traffic, and 2 is traditionally enough per connection.
Thank you, Rick. Any questions from the council? Can I have a motion on this item?
Mr. Mayor, I move that council approve resolution number CCN-2021-1, Series 2021, approving Cortez Community Network CCN fees to be effective January 1st, 2022.
I'll second.
Medina,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Kiefhoffer,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rich. Okay. Next item on our agenda is resolution number 29, Series 2021, City Manager Drew Sanders. Good evening, Drew.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. As you've noticed, what we just did is pass the fees for the enterprise funds. What we've done for the rest of the general fund programs and departments is combine them all into one. We feel this will benefit our residents in that they can go to one fee schedule and look everything up. So that's why we're putting this in one resolution and requesting authorization to approve these fees for the ensuing year.
Thank you, Drew. Questions or comments on this item?
I have a question, just because of the way it's written for the kennel. The animal shelter fees talks about current and proposed. Should we say which one we want to adopt?
Yeah, we would need to say the proposed.
Okay, clear on that?
That's, yeah, the motion should just say that we're adopting the proposed fees for the Cortez Animal Shelter.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions or comments?
Can we just say approving the proposed fees and charges for various departments? Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the proposed fees and charges for various departments for the city of Cortez to be effective January 1st, 2022.
I'll second.
Yazzie.
Aye.
Dobry.
Aye.
Kiefhoffer.
Aye.
Lucero.
Aye.
Medina.
Aye.
Rainey.
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the 2022 Welcome Center janitorial bid. Director of General Services, Rick Smith. Good evening again, Rick.
Good evening again. Honorable Mayor and City Council, we had a opportunity to rebid the janitorial services for the Welcome Center. Specifications were drawn up on December 1st. As you can see by the memo, we had 3 bidders to the request for bid. And the low bidder is Monica's Cleaning Service, $19,160. We did check references, all came back well. And I would add Kelly Kirkpatrick, the manager of the Welcome Center, has also met with this person and is satisfied that they can do the work.
Okay. Thank you, Rick. Other questions or comments from the council? Could I have a motion on this item, please?
I'll make a motion to award the 2022 Welcome Center janitorial contract to Monica's Cleaning Service at the bid amount of $19,160.
Second.
Lucero.
Aye.
Kiefhoffer.
Aye.
Medina.
Aye.
Dobry.
Aye.
Rainey.
Aye.
Yazzie.
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on, the next item on the agenda is independent contract agreement with Burkett Company LLC. City Manager Drew Sanders.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor and Council. This is just a renewal of the contract we have with Chris Burkett, Burkett Company LLC. We have not sought an increase in the hourly rate this year. We do recommend that the council approve the addendum to the independent contract agreement between the City of Cortez and Burkett Company for the 2022 calendar year.
I have a question. We approved a grant writer. How will this affect that? And are we obligated to a certain amount of hours to Chris?
No, we are not obligated to any hours whatsoever, but our plan is to keep that on because of the knowledge and experience that Chris brings to the table, but also when we get to hiring that grant writer, or the grant administrator as we're calling it, that's likely not to happen until pretty close to the end of Q1 of 2022, and then we're hoping that Chris can help guide and mentor and train that person to take his place. But I think we still need to consider whether or not to keep Chris on even a little bit longer, only because we're only paying him for the hours we have. So having him, access to him as a consultant, if nothing else, is invaluable.
Okay, and this would be for the entire year?
This would be for an entire year, but it's only for the hours worked, so there's not a minimum amount of hours. So if he was to work 1 hour, it's 1 hour at $43.50, and that's it. So, and his hours are pretty minimal, by the way.
Okay.
Anyway.
Thank you.
Thank
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the addendum to the independent contract agreement between the City of Cortez and Burkett Company LLC, continuing the agreement through the 2022 calendar year.
Second.
Rainey.
Aye.
Lucero.
Aye.
Yazzie.
Aye.
Kiefhoffer.
Aye.
Medina.
Aye.
Dobry.
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Next item on our agenda is ordinance number 1292, Series 2021, IT Manager Shay Allred. Good evening, Shay. Good.
Honorable Mayor, City Council, I come to you to read this ordinance number 1292, Series 2021, for the voice over IP phone system on a 3-year contract, awarding it to High Country Avaya Ring Central for a new VoIP phone system that is 100% cloud-based. If you would like to see the professional services contract and the fee schedule on attachment as the attachments to what's been provided to council, and we would like to have this set for a public hearing and final reading on January 11th of 2022.
Thank you, Shay.
Yes, sir.
Questions or comments? Can I have a motion on this item, please?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve on first reading ordinance number 1292, Series 2021, approving a 3-year contract with High Country Avaya Ring Central to provide Cortez VoIP phone system / services, and set for a public hearing on January 11th, 2022.
Second.
Kiefhoffer.
Oop,
Ra-
aye, sorry.
Rainey.
Aye.
Lucero.
Aye.
Yazzie.
Aye.
Dobry.
Aye.
Medina.
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you, Shay. You're welcome. Next item on our agenda is expenditure vouchers approval. Finance Director Kelly Koski. Good evening, Kelly.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and esteemed council members. This item is just a bit of year-end housekeeping that we have for finance. Because we do only have one meeting in the month of December, we're just requesting that we are able to go ahead, pay invoices through the end of December, and then present a listing of those vouchers that have been paid at the January 11th meeting. Just some general housekeeping.
Okay.
We'd like to pay the bills. Does anybody have any questions?
No. Go ahead.
I guess I just have one question about, I feel like I've had this question before, or, noticed this before, but how come the fiber or the internet is so much more costly for the library versus the other buildings?
That is an excellent question. My guess is that because they require so much more internet bandwidth, because they also are providing internet for the public, but I can verify that information, and I'd be happy to email that out to the group in the morning.
Okay, well, because, I'm just curious, because I guess I can't imagine that they have more computers than City Hall or, the employees who are doing work here all day.
I can help with that question. The Cortez Public Library is an E-rate receiver. Their charges that we show are 80% subsidized through the E-rate program, and that's why it's same as the schools.
Okay. Thank you.
So that number you see, 80% of it comes back to the city.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Does anybody have any other questions?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the payment of invoices through December 31st, 2021, with a listing of vouchers to be furnished to City Council at their first regular meeting in January 2022.
Second.
Dobry,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Medina,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Kiefhoffer,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. The next item on our agenda is city manager contract approval. City Attorney Mike Green. Good evening, Mike.
I keep forgetting this, I'm getting old. The memo attached adequately explains what we're here about. Mr. Sanders' contract had an addendum. You directed me to provide certain terms to that agreement at the meeting on the 22nd of November. The addendum to the employment contract has been signed by Mr. Sanders already. What we'd be looking for tonight is for you to authorize them to approve the addendum as printed and to authorize the mayor to sign same.
Okay. Any questions or comments? Can I have a motion on this item?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve the addendum to the employment contract with City Manager Drew C. Sanders effective November 23rd, 2021, and authorize the mayor to sign the addendum.
Second.
Medina,
Aye.
Lucero,
Aye.
Dobry,
Aye.
Yazzie,
Aye.
Kiefhoffer,
Aye.
Rainey,
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. That concludes that part of the council agenda. City manager reports. Do you have anything during tonight?
Good evening again, Mayor and Council. The top three topics for the next previous 2 weeks here. First of all, Parks and Recreation Department has been awarded a grant from the Invasive Tree Project funded by Great Outdoors Colorado, or GOCO, in partnership with Colorado Youth Corps Association, in the amount of $28,350, and will include a saw crew for a 3-week period. The department will use these funds to abate some of our invasive tree problems at Denny Lake, Gear Natural Area, and Carpenter Natural Area. And if the council recalls, back in, I want to say June or perhaps July, Denny Lake was losing elevation, and we had talked about that would be a good time to do it. With our wetter than expected monsoon season, that didn't happen, but we still applied for the grant and expect to be able to use that this next year. Number 2, Parks and Recreation and the Public Works Director positions. I'd like to make the announcements of who we've selected for those positions. First of all, I'd like to announce that Creighton Wright has been selected to serve as the Director of Parks and Recreation. Creighton started his career in Queen Creek, Arizona, where he served in several positions, culminating in a position as the Assistant Parks and Recreation Director there. He later served as the Director of Parks and Recreation in Pueblo, Colorado, and most recently in American Canyon, California. He earned both his Bachelor's of Science degree in Recreation Management and his Master of Public Administration degree at Arizona State University. Creighton is working on his housing arrangements here as we speak, and we anticipate him starting no later than the first week of February. For Public Works, I'd like to announce that Brian Peckin has been selected to serve as our Director of Public Works. He currently works for the prestigious U.S. Army Corps of Engineers as a civilian employee since 1981. He is a licensed engineer and has worked in various locations and assignments around the world on both the micro and the major scales. Although he hails from northern Virginia, he is currently stationed in Los Angeles, California. He earned his Bachelor of Science degree in Civil Engineering at Virginia Tech, his Master of Civil Engineering degree in Master of Science in Civil Engineering and Water Resources from Utah State University, and a master's degree from the National War College. Brian is anticipated to start on March 1st. The last item I have, Council, is that we'll be kicking off the selection process for the new Community and Economic Developer Director position this next week. We currently have 3 applicants. And then, Mayor, if you'll indulge me, I'd just like to do an employee highlight this evening.
Go ahead.
In this case, this comes from the Parks and Recreation Department, and this was actually written by our Mark Boblet, who suggested that we highlight Sandy Burge, who has been an employee of the city of Cortez for 21 years. She has truly been an unsung hero and a shining star for the Parks and Recreation Department, and more important, the entire community. Landscaping designs and maintenance of all the parks and city properties, including the downtown area, are her handiwork. She often rides under the radar as her day begins long before most of us have even had our first cup of coffee. Her most recent accomplishments are her mini Zurich designs and installations around town, including the Main Street medians, as well as the pockets of landscaping adjacent to the Southwest Printing and the beautiful space on South Linden Street across from Slavin's. The vast horticultural knowledge she brings to the table has been invaluable, and her designs showcase the commitment she has to our water conservation efforts and is a tribute to her dedication. She is truly appreciated by the city of Cortez and is a huge asset to our community. We can't thank her enough for all she does. Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Okay, thank you, Drew. So I'll read the report for the workshop. We had a presentation by the Fire Department by Chief Balfour. We had a discussion on marijuana regulation changes by Mike Green, the city attorney, and we heard a report from our new municipal court judge, Beth Padilla, and then we concluded their workshop. Are there any board reports, committee board reports?
No reports from me, but I just want to wish everyone a happy holidays. Stay safe, enjoy it. Thank you.
Second.
Any other committee reports? As an aside, I attended a library function last week. Sarah Brock from Something Cute company gave a class on making hot chocolate bombs at the library, and it was pretty interesting. She had a cooker full of melted chocolate, and there's about 25, 30 people in the audience, a lot of kids, and we learned, I went on the class myself, and I learned how to make hot chocolate bombs. You take a silicone mold and you pour the hot chocolate in there and swirl it around, cover it evenly, and then let that harden. Then you do a second half sphere, do the same thing. So you have two hot chocolate spheres, and you pop them out of the silicone mold, and then you fill the mold with mini marshmallows and sprinkles and whatever you want to add to it, and then take the two half spheres of chocolate and put them together, and you seal it with more hot chocolate, and it makes a perfect sphere. And you drop it in hot water when you're ready to drink it, and you have your ready-made hot chocolate. And they're easy to handle once they dry. You can put them in a basket and put it on your table, and when you're having a party or something, and drop it in your drink. I needed some more lessons. I made a mess out of mine. It didn't come out with a half sphere. It came out in pieces, but I brought the mold home, and I'm going to practice over the holidays. So that was a fun thing to do. Anyway, the City Council wishes everyone in the city Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and looking forward to good New Year. One more agenda items.
Yeah, under other business.
Okay, under business. Okay.
It was emailed to me.
Okay. Go ahead.
I think Linda's going to present it.
Linda, go ahead. Do you have something?
I was just going to make sure that we continue with other items of business, the new ordinance that was sent to you yesterday, the amended agenda, Ordinance 1293 on the mill levy.
Our finance director going to present that.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So I come before you this evening with ordinance number 1293, series 2021, and this is an ordinance to set the mill levy for property taxes for the year 2022. So along with the ordinance, you will find the actual certification, which will be turned into the county administrator, Shack Powers. Behind that, you'll actually find the final certification letter from the county assessor's office. Page 1 and page 2 are the actual figures that data was calculated on. After that, you'll find the worksheet that was done, which created the actual calculations in order to get to the mill levy for the year. And then the last 2 pages deal with the Tabor 5.5% revenue increase limitations, which we did apply this year. And you'll notice that that did create on the certification the 0.043 reduction that we had of the mill levy. So, does anybody have any questions?
Are we on time with this ordinance?
We are. It is due to the county administrator on the 15th before midnight.
Okay. Yeah, so I didn't know if there was any like repercussions if we didn't get to this.
So, typically, in the past, I know that there have been a number of back and forth correspondence between the county administrator and the previous finance director in order to make corrections to the figures that are actually in the certification. So I don't believe that there are any ramifications, but he did ask that we have that to him by the 15th at midnight.
Okay.
And just to be clear for the citizens, that this is something that we approve every year. It's not new taxes. It's the existing property taxes.
This is for the existing property taxes. There are no new taxes that are incorporated with this certification.
Okay. Any other questions or items on this item? Okay. We need to make a motion on this?
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the first reading of ordinance number 1293, series 2021, approving an ordinance levying property taxes for the year 2022 to help defray the cost of government for the city of Cortez, Colorado for the budget year and set for public hearing on January 11th, 2022.
Second.
Yazzie.
Aye.
Dobry.
Aye.
Rainey.
Aye.
Medina.
Aye.
Lucero.
Aye.
Kiefhoffer.
Aye.
Levy.
Aye. Thank you. Any other items? Okay. I call this meeting adjourned. Thank you all for attending.